Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers for the next 2 weeks, November 25th to December 6th, predict that Ava Jerome's trial will be filled with great drama. During the week of November 25th to 29th, Trina Robinson will testify and face some difficult questions as she attempts to keep Ava out of prison. Christina Corinthos Davis will eventually testify, and Rick Lansing will undoubtedly try to fluster her. Christina will face some difficult situations in which she may lose her cool and appear unpredictable. Rick will also put Molly Lansing Davis on the witness, pressuring her to testify about her sister's crazy conduct. Molly may get caught up if she isn't careful, so we'll see how she handles Rick at court. Dante Falconeri will also testify, as will others involved in Ava and Christina's suffering that day. There will be no shortage of those striving to ensure that Ava pays the consequences. However, Rick believes that putting Ava on the stand is the key to winning. With that and another trick Rick has planned, he'll be confident that Ava will walk out a free woman. Next, let's speak about Michael Corinthos and the daring action he's planning against Drew Quartermaine. But first, we must share the terrible news that Chad Duell, who plays Michael Corinthos on GH, is leaving the show. Michael intends to entirely remove Drew from Aurora, so he will continue to plan and hope to enlist the assistance of Curtis Ashford. While Curtis tells Jordan Ashford about Michael's offer, Lucky Spencer will make his own offer to Elizabeth Baldwin. Lucky will be determined to assist clear Liz's name after Sam McCall's digitalis overdose landed her in the focus of GH's probe. Lucky will eventually show Liz something vital on his phone, so might he perhaps obtain some hospital surveillance footage? If a camera caught a sight of Cyrus Renault walking in and out of Sam's room, it would undoubtedly get Lucky's attention. Speaking of Cyrus, he will continue to perplex Lulu Spencer, prompting her to take a major risk. It appears that Lulu's great escape is on its way, and there are indicators that Cody Bell may come to her aid, as he will help every stranger he encounters. Over with Sasha Gilmore Corbin, she'll open up to Maxie Jones, most likely about the pregnancy test and the possibility of having Michael's baby. Will Maxie wait for the findings with Sasha after taking the test? Later, Maxie and Damian Spinelli will experience a life-changing shock. Will Cody return Lulu to her former home, where Maxie now lives with Spinelli and the children? Back with Lucky, he will corner Cyrus and demand answers. That could be related to Lucky's prospective finding of security footage, or Lucky may have questions regarding Lulu's empty bed at Turning Woods. Lucky will undoubtedly probe Cyrus and lash out in the process. Lulu will also reunite with a familiar face. Could it be Dante Falconeri, Rocco Falconeri, or Laura Collins? Regardless, Lulu will eventually reconcile with everyone and face some shocking revelations about what she has missed. Harrison Chase and Brooklyn Quartermaine will have a passionate talk, most likely about their future plans to start a family. It doesn't appear to be happening as soon as Brooklyn and Chase had wanted, so will this be another story about infertility issues? We should also point you that there will be some sports-related preemptions on Thursday, November 28th and Friday, November 29th. Fortunately, the show will return with brand new episodes during the week of December 2nd to 6th. That's when Lulu will most likely interact with more familiar folks and learn about Sam's heartbreaking sacrifice. Lulu's heart will undoubtedly break for Dante and what he has lost. Of course, Lulu is going to be amazed with how much Rocco has grown. You can guarantee Lulu will want to know what happened to missing Charlotte Cassadine, and then she'll be devastated by Luke Spencer's death. Back to Christina, how will she respond if Rick gets Ava off the hook as planned? Christina craves justice, so if the verdict reveal does not go as planned, she may take matters into her own hands. According to General Hospital spoilers, the following 2 weeks will be filled with exciting scenes, so we'll keep you updated on all of the building drama and any stunning news that emerges. General Hospital spoilers hint that there is some big news to report following Chad Duell's recent Instagram post. Duell is departing General Hospital, thus he will no longer play Michael Corinthos. According to Duell's remark, this is his decision. After much soul-searching, Duell is ready to leave the ABC soap while he is grateful for the memories he created there. On November 23rd, Chad Duell shared an emotional post explaining his decision, so let's have a look at what he said. After many amazing years with General Hospital, I've chosen to leave the show. This was not an easy decision for me, but it seems like the perfect time in my life, Duel said. However, Duel expressed gratitude for his time on GH and thanked everyone who contributed to his memorable experience. I'm beyond grateful to Frank Valentini, the cast, crew, and everyone behind the scenes who have been like family to me throughout this amazing journey, Duel told the crowd. Of course, Duel wanted to thank the supporters who have shown him affection throughout the years. Duel is going with a full heart, as soap viewers are a supportive bunch. To all the fans, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for your unflinching support and for allowing Michael Corinthos to be a part of your lives. Your love and encouragement have meant everything to me, Duel continued. As Duel concluded his leaving announcement, he expressed optimism that this would be a temporary farewell. This isn't farewell, it's see you later. Much love, Chad, Duel added as he ended his post. That could pave the way for Duel to return in the future, but we'll have to wait and see how the program handles his departure. It will be fascinating to see if GH recasts or completely removes Michael now that Duel has stepped down. Robert Adamson has filled in for Chad Duel several times in recent years. Could he be a permanent replacement? Will the program cast another actor to play Michael or find another means to deal with Duel's departure? General Hospital spoilers indicate that there will be a lot more drama in Port Charles, so we'll bring you more predictions about Michael's future as well as updates on any other comings and goings. According to General Hospital spoilers, there is no evidence that Esme Prince met a tragic end after falling into the Seine. Esme could still be alive and out there someplace, so keep that in mind for future tale possibilities. Heather Weber is still grieving for her daughter and has been clinging to Ace Cassadine as her only surviving link to Esme. Heather, on the other hand, would be overjoyed if Esme returned to soap opera GH at some time. Although Heather appears to have been healed, her twisted real colors may possibly emerge. Heather was portrayed as being out of control as a result of cobalt poisoning, but she appears to be doing much better now that her defective hip replacement has been repaired. Nonetheless, Heather appeared a little cheeky as she whispered to Ace that she'd be back. Heather has demonstrated her capabilities, so it may have been both a promise and a threat. Heather's reformed route is not guaranteed to continue, regardless of her current cobalt levels. This is especially true if Heather reunites with her scheming daughter. Suppose Heather lives in Sedona with Steven Weber and has a life-altering shock? One day Steven is at work when Esme could be able to locate Heather with some research. Maybe Esme has been hidden and healing from injuries, but once she is ready to say she has survived, she may ask Heather for help. Heather can be convinced by Esme to go back to her evil ways. Esme might plot a kidnapping on Ace in the future and exact retribution on some past rivals. Could Esme get Heather back on the dark side and into crime with her? In any event, the fact that fans never saw Esme's body creates future possibilities for a fresh partnership with her mother. According to General Hospital teases, Heather will return sooner or later, so we'll keep you posted on any Esme return news. Spoilers for General Hospital suggest Cody Bell will find an unexpected truth between November 25th and November 29th. Cody will, it turns out, dash to assist a stranger, suggesting an unexpected Lulu Spencer meeting en route. Before we get started, let's establish the scenario for Lulu's encounter with Cody. Before Cody can come to Lulu's rescue, some critical events must occur, so let us explain what is ahead. Cyrus Renault will continue to make frightening comments at Turning Woods, terrifying Lulu with his plans. Lulu is getting ready to pick some scrubs and a sweatshirt before leaving rapidly. That should lead to Lulu strolling around Port Charles for a time, taking everything in. It looks that there will be a memory-triggering moment outside Bobby's, even though it was still Kelly's when Lulu used to visit the restaurant. Lulu may continue going and try to reach her former residence. The trouble is that Lulu is manifestly in horrible form after a 4-year coma and a recent liver transplant. Whatever the case, Cody will soon be in his car when he senses something peculiar nearby. By then, Lulu may have overdone it and will require the intervention of a trusted rescuer. That takes us to the spoilers about Cody rushing to save a stranger. Cody technically met Lulu in her hospital bed at GH, but she was unconscious and on a ventilator at the time. We'd imagine Lulu will still be the stranger Cody assists because it all aligns with her upcoming Turning Woods escape. Cody may coax Lulu into his car and offer to drive her to the hospital, but she may instead give him her old address. Of course, Cody knows just where that is because Maxie Jones and Damian Spinelli now live in Lulu's former home with all of the children. General Hospital spoilers hint Cody may take Lulu there, so stay tuned for more homecoming predictions and updates on all the exciting events to come. Things are tight as Ava's trial begins, Jason and Dante move in with the kids, and Sasha believes she is pregnant. Friday, November 22, 2024, Sasha meets with Felicia and Mac, Christina convinces Molly they must fight together, and Gio and Trina debate the trial. In Thursday's General Hospital recap, Sonny volunteered to assist Jason try to keep Danny away from Drew, while Drew refused to let Scout remain with Alexis. Sasha has breakfast with Mac and Felicia. They wanted to know how she was dealing with the Cody and Robert situations. Mac hands her a note from her father. Robert was sorry he had to leave, but Holly required assistance. Sasha swears everything is okay, and she has his phone number. It's wonderful that she has time to adjust to having a father. They offer to leave her alone with the letter, but she encourages them to stay and read it to them. It says he will return as soon as possible and looks forward to getting to know her. He hopes that she will forgive him and her mother. Sasha chokes up little. They promise her that Robert will return if he says so. They want to get to know their niece. She tells how her mother would only visit on occasion with gifts. She grew up longing a family. They tell her she now has one. She is apprehensive that having Cody around will make the holidays more stressful. It may be best if she maintains her distance. She's convinced that things will become less awkward with time. Mac and Felicia will not push her, but will be present if she needs them. Sasha thanks them, but she is overwhelmed. She'd never had a family like this before. When Sasha leaves, she takes out a pregnancy kit from her purse. Outside, Ava encounters Rick. She wonders whether he actually believes she will be found not guilty. He reassures her that he will win the lawsuit. He needs to since he does not want to disappoint his daughter. Rick recognizes that Ava is not to blame, and convincing his daughter of this will be for the best. She will realize that no one is to blame and will be able to let go of her anger. It was an accident, and there is no one to blame. She fears if Molly will realize how he is defending her. He says she simply needs to get her life back. In the Quartermaine kitchen, Dante amazes the kids by cooking French toast. Jason walks in. The children move off to play Stratego, leaving the men to converse. Jason sits down and says that Sam's will stipulates that Drew receive custody of both children. He believes he has a chance to win custody of Danny, but he does not want to alienate him from his sister or Rocco. Dante tells him he needs to do what he believes is right. Jason is unable to hand him up to Drew, but he believes that he must allow his baby to make his own decisions. He does not want his son to feel torn between himself and his brothers. Dante assures him that he's a good guy. He believes that incorporating his youngster in this decision is a beneficial thing. They hear a noise. Scout has spilled a lot of paint and the supplies she used to build seasonal decorations. Rocco and Danny join her and create a scheme to clean them up. Jason and Dante are impressed. Jason decides that the kids should stay together. They approach the children to discuss about where they wish to reside. Scout has already told Drew that she will be staying there while he commutes. Dante and Monica will contemplate living there together, and Jason will also live there. Danny hugged him. Trina is wearing headphones and dancing around her apartment when Gio walks in and startles her. He teases her a little and then asks whether she's all right. Yes, and no, she says. She tells him she is loving school after having to take a hiatus after Spencer died. They explain how grief may detach you from life. She feels more concentrated again. He calls her the Iron Songbird, and then the subject changes to the trial. They both need to testify. She thinks that her testimony will be manipulated to make Ava appear horrible. He reassures her that she and Ava are friends, and that she can aid her friend. Gio believes she is doing the right thing, not the popular thing. She believes he sounds like her father. He thinks he's talking like her. She puts her headphones back on, and they dance around. Jason was thought murdered as a result of the FBI mission and his desire to keep Carly out of jail, but Drew also went to prison for her following the SEC fiasco. However, Drew has just emerged as a respected congressman, so his career path would appear to be preferable to Jason's in court. Jason's bond with Sonny Corinthos may come back to haunt him when he appears in court. Nonetheless, Jason has rights as Danny's father, and Danny is legally old enough to have a say in all of this. The General Hospital spoilers for Friday, November 22nd show that Sasha Gilmore Corbin accepted Felicia Scorpio and Max Scorpio's breakfast invitation, so they all sat at Bobby's. Mac also brought them a note from Robert Scorpio, in which he vowed to return to get to know Sasha after assisting Holly Sutton with her troubles. Meanwhile, Mac and Felicia wanted Sasha to know that their door was always open even though they knew things were complicated with Cody Bell and did not want to rush Sasha into doing anything until she was ready. Sasha seems grateful for everything and concluded the brunch on a cheerful tone. However, Sasha's attitude changed as she went outdoors and pulled a pregnancy test from her bag. Over with Rick Lansing, he promised Ava Jerome that he would win her case. Rick believed that Ava's release would let Molly Lansing Davis accept the horrible catastrophe and go on with her life. Trina Robinson was dancing around at home with headphones on, so Giovanni Gio Palmieri surprised her when he walked in. Gio was curious about Trina's well-being because they hadn't seen each other in a while. Trina told Gio about her coursework before discussing Ava's trial, at which they both had to testify. Although Trina was nervous, Gio recognized that Trina was Ava's friend and believed the jury should witness her support. At the Quartermaine mansion, Dante Falconeri presented the French toast he had prepared for Rocco Falconeri, Danny Morgan, and Scout Quartermaine. When Jason Morgan arrived, the children proceeded to play a game while Jason spoke with Dante about the legal guardianship problem. Jason couldn't simply hand Danny over to Drew Quartermaine, instead, he wanted Danny to make his own decisions. Meanwhile, Scout attempted to carry too much at once, spilling game pieces, paint, and Thanksgiving craft supplies all over the foyer. Danny and Rocco comforted Scout before everyone worked together to clean up the damage. Jason and Dante noticed the wonderful moment, which made them realize how essential it was to maintain the family the kids had established intact. Scout planned to remain at the Quartermaine house because Drew would be commuting to Washington for work. Dante would stay with Rocco, and Jason would return to live with Danny, which delighted all of the children. At the boxing gym, Michael Corinthos trashed Drew to Curtis Ashford because he was pursuing Willow Corinthos and attempting to bribe Michael for his silence. Michael asserted that Drew was betraying Curtis and would not be offering him the Aurora CEO position, but Curtis was unconvinced. Even if Michael didn't accept the CEO position, he predicted that Drew would replace Curtis with someone who had greater C-suite experience. That's why Michael wanted Curtis to join him in pushing Drew out of Aurora for good. Curtis would not be CEO otherwise, according to Michael, but Curtis did not want to become involved in his revenge plot. Michael pretended Curtis would come around someday and hoped it wasn't too late. At General Hospital, Stella Henry urged TJ Ashford to accompany Molly to Ava's trial. Although Molly told TJ that he didn't have to come, Stella believed Molly needed him. Christina Corinthos Davis arrived in the courts sure that she could handle Rick due to her extensive preparation. Molly remained concerned about Rick's trickery and revealed that he had called her as a witness. Christina pressed Molly to tell the truth and achieve justice for their newborn girl, knowing Rick would most likely interrogate her about Christina's history of unpredictable behavior. Molly soon realized that she needed to hold her own against Rick on the stand. TJ startled Molly by showing up to support her, then Rick arrived with Ava. TJ reacted angrily to Rick after learning that Molly had been subpoenaed. Back with Christina, she threw Ava a filthy look while they waited for the trial to start. General Hospital spoilers suggest Ava's trial will include some breathtaking moments, so stay tuned. General Hospital spoilers state that the show has thankfully altered gears in terms of Christina Corinthos Davis. For a period, GH fans experienced some horrible writing that made Christina appear naive about who Sonny Corinthos was and what he was capable of. Fortunately, that has altered after the writing staff transfer, particularly in light of all the John Jagger-Cates drama. Christina now appears to be completely fine with Sonny's crimes and the lengths he will go to protect his family. If Christina had her way, Ava Jerome would be dead in Sonny's hands right now. It's good to know Christina isn't afraid of Sonny's sinister side anymore, as that could be key moving ahead. In the November 21st episode, Sonny persuaded Christina to come work for him, suggesting Corinthos Coffee as a potential fit. Christina agreed to think about it, so we need to analyze where this is going. Could there be a deeper motivation for Christina to consider working with Sonny? What if Christina's participation with Corinthos Coffee eventually leads to her joining the genuine family business? Sonny will need someone to follow in his mob footsteps and take over someday. Christina might be the finest candidate among Sonny's children. Whatever the case, we have to believe the show had a specific aim in mind with Sonny's job offer. Sonny may believe he can keep Christina safe and away from the mob violence, but hiring her could lead her down a hazardous path. In other words, Christina's decision to work at Corinthos Coffee may seal her mafia fate. Christina may move beyond Sonny's legitimate coffee company and become involved in his nefarious activities sooner or later. According to General Hospital teasers, Christina could benefit from a new storyline, so we'll keep you updated on any shocking Christina developments. The drama at General Hospital is at an all-time high, with bombshell disclosures, courtroom upheaval, and hazardous secrets keeping Port Charles residents on edge. Buckle up as we dive into this week's most exciting storylines. Cyrus' dark obsession targets Lulu. Cyrus Renaud, Port Charles's master manipulator, is up to no good once again. This time, his unsettling fascination is centered on Lulu Spencer. Since his release from Pentonville, Cyrus has been circling the town like a vulture, hunting for new prey. And poor Lulu? She's caught in his sights. Lulu, who has been bravely piecing her life back together, is taken aback when Cyrus appears everywhere she goes. Cyrus' ominous presence sends chills down anyone's spine, from Kelly's cafe to random encounters on the pier. But it's more than just casual snooping. Cyrus has been making cryptic comments about her family and unresolved business that have Lulu concerned for her loved ones. Even Lulu's fiercely protective mother, Laura Collins, is frightened. Laura confronts Cyrus in one of the most heated exchanges we've witnessed in months, warning him to back off. But does Cyrus ever listen? Of course not. He smugly suggests that Lulu may owe him more than she thinks. Is he keeping a secret about her past from her? Or, worse, does he have leverage over someone she cares about? As Cyrus' passion grows, viewers cannot help but worry how far he will go. Who will step forward to protect Lulu before it's too late? Ava Jerome is no stranger to controversy, but her newest court battle has brought her back into the spotlight. After being embroiled in yet another controversy, Ava is forced to battle for her freedom in a trial that is turning Port Charles upside down. Jason and Dante make a decision about their children, and Michael has a warning for Curtis. Today on General Hospital, Sasha gets to know Mac and Felicia, Gio gives Trina some advice, and Rick tries to soothe Ava as they prepare for trial. At Bobby's, Sasha expresses gratitude to Mac and Felicia for the breakfast invitation. Mac wanted to check in with her and see how she's doing with Cody, Robert, and life in general. He also offers her a letter from her father. They say that Robert went with Holly to help her. Sasha claims her mother requires all the assistance she can receive, and this allows her time to comprehend things. Sasha opens and reads the letter aloud. Robert explains that he went with her mother to resolve her current issues. He plans to return as soon as possible to get to know her as his daughter. He hopes she forgives him and learns to forgive her mother. Despite their flaws, they are her family. He signed it, "Your father, Robert." Mac believes that if Robert says he's coming back, he means it. Felicia informs Sasha that they want to get to know her better as their niece. Sasha describes how she grew up with her grandma, with infrequent visits from her mother. As she grew older, she realized she wanted more from her mother, specifically a family. Mac claims she now has one, and they maintain an open-door policy, particularly during the holidays. With Cody's current situation, Sasha believes it is best if she maintains her distance. Felicia understands how complicated it is, but they'll eventually accept the new normal. Sasha claims she told Cody the same thing. Felicia assures her that they will get there, and that she and Mac will never ask her to do anything she is uncomfortable with. She claims that she has an aunt and uncle who are always there for her. They tell her to take as much time as she needs to comprehend everything. Sasha thanks them, but she is concerned that she may not be the niece they expect. Felicia claims they consider Holly family and are prepared to deal with unexpected. Sasha had never known a family like this before. Felicia claims she does now, and they're not going anywhere. After breakfast, Sasha takes out a pregnancy test kit from her purse. Outside Bobby's, Ava meets with Rick. Rick promises her that she will win today, but Ava is less certain than him. She claims that dead babies and bereaved mothers perform better on the stand than the town outcast. Rick claims he will win this for Molly and cannot let her down. He feels Molly will see this was a horrible event in which no one was to blame. This way, she won't allow the grief and resentment to consume her for the rest of her life. Ava wonders if Molly will understand why he defended her. He thinks she might not, but making sure Ava is released will give Molly her life back. Dante prepares breakfast for Rocco, Danny, and Scout in the Quartermain kitchen because Sasha is off today. They compliment him on his efforts and even cut the toast into triangles like his mother. Jason arrives and notices them together. Dante proposes they allow Danny and Jason some alone time, but Scout insists Danny is going to teach her how to play Stratego. Jason offers they go play while he gets coffee. Alone, Jason tells Dante that he wants to talk about Danny. Jason confirms that Sam granted custody of Danny and Scout to Drew in her will, which was drafted when Sam believed he had died. He claims he might battle for custody but does not want to separate Danny from Rocco and Scout. However, he refuses to hand him up to Drew. Jason believes it is appropriate to allow Danny to pick what he wants. Dante claims Danny combines the best of Sam and himself, and his heart is always in the right place. Jason hopes his son will be honest with him and not tell him what he thinks he wants to hear. Dante believes he is doing the right thing, and Danny respects him too much to lie to him. Dante understands how difficult this is, since he must decide where he and Rocco will reside. They suddenly hear a huge crash. Scout attempted to carry a box of crafting supplies down the stairs to construct Thanksgiving decorations while the boys set up the game, but dropped it. She spilled paint all over the floor, and the boys rushed to her rescue. Scout believes Tracy is going to kill her. Danny proposes they approach it like Stratego and work together to clean things up while Dante and Jason watch from the living room. Dante and Jason return to the living room, where Jason learns Sam was right. Those youngsters need each other and must stay together. Dante wonders whether this implies he's giving Drew custody. Dante and Jason go to talk to the kids, and they decide that they want to make sure that everyone stays in each other's lives. Danny wonders how this will work with Drew and Scout relocating to Washington. Scout explains that she doesn't want to relocate there, and her father says she can stay here and he will commute to see her. Dante says he'll speak with Monica about him and Rocco living here. Danny inquires, what about his father? Jason says he will be moving in to live with him. Danny hugged his father. Gio knocks on Joss and Trina's door, but Trina doesn't hear because she is dancing and wearing headphones. He opens it, startling her, and they laugh about it. She wonders why he stopped by. He hadn't seen her in a while and wanted to check in to see if she was okay. She answers him yes and no. Trina says she enjoys her classes, which are going well. He enjoys her positivism. She claims she had to take time off following Spencer's death to get to this stage, which Gio understands. He inquires about the negative aspects. She claims today is Ava's trial, and she needs to testify. Gio says he does, too. They talk about the trial, and Trina worries she'll make Ava look guilty. Gio says he knows Ava is her friend, and it will be good for the jury to see her support her friend, even if it is not the popular thing to do in the public eye. She claims he sounds like her father today, but he believes this is counsel she would give to him. Michael meets Curtis in Sonny's gym. Michael adds that he did not want to discuss this at work, and that no matter what Drew informed him, he will not be CEO of Aurora for much longer. Curtis feels Drew is impressed with his job. Michael says he wants to know who Drew truly is. Michael claims Drew is attempting to steal his wife and tried to buy his silence by promising him the CEO post. Curtis questions why he's telling him all of this. Michael claims that if they work together, they will be able to permanently remove Drew from Aurora. Curtis understands that this is about revenge for him, but what does it mean for him? Michael claims he will receive the title of CEO. Michael claims Drew will never fire Curtis because he made the wellness division a success, but he will never make him CEO even if Michael rejects Drew's offer. He believes they are in a similar situation and cannot allow Drew get away with this. Curtis says he won't betray his friend based on Michael's suspicion, but if Drew provides the CEO post to someone else, they'll talk. However, he advises Michael that acting out of vengeance is perilous. Michael will be waiting for his call and hoping it is not too late for Curtis to recognize Drew for who he truly is. Curtis assures him that his eyes are open. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.